Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Monster Gens monster analysis video. So today we've got the first Metropolitan monster, which is Super Dream. We're going to be doing an analysis, so we're going to take a look at the stats, the skills, and everything. We're going to compare that to corrupted monsters, see how good it is. So I hope you guys are excited for today's video. If you are, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel with notifications on. Anyways, let's go on and get started. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Super Dream here. Take a look at the design. This is what the monster would look like. All right, so this is Super Dream. I'm guessing Dream himself will be sponsored once again by the game, so they're basically making another monster for him. Is that cool? So this is just the lore. I'm not gonna read it. Let's just go ahead and get into the analysis right away. Super Dream: become the hunter, deals heavy nature damage to one enemy, applies daze and poison to all enemies. So you're dealing that heavy nature damage to a single enemy and then daze and poison to all enemies. It's quite alright. Alright, so yeah, let's see what else we have. Gravel in the head, deals moderate earth damage to one enemy, applies stun to one enemy, requires cooldown. Oh, by the way, that stun is actually twice. So yeah, you're dealing that moderate earth damage, and then the stun is applied twice. So in case the first one misses, the second one will hit. So you're guaranteed with that stun there. Then you've got fake discs, which is a daze and blind to all enemies, requires cooldown. So you're basically applying that daze blind, which is a 75% accuracy reduction. 75% accuracy reduction. That's actually pretty good. That's really good. So you're going to be applying that to all enemies. It's kind of like a total blind to all enemies. Should have been. I feel like since it's a Metropolitan monster, a total blind to all enemies would have been better. But that's almost there. Okay? It's almost like that. Final TNT blow. It's a low nature damage to all enemies. Applies stun to all enemies. Now, this is an AoE stun. Cool. So, looks like a denier to me. Right? Because you have the stun to all enemies. Then you have a daze and blind to all enemies. You have a stun twice to one enemy as well there. So yeah, definitely a denier. Then you got the daze poison. That's kind of like a torture. So he's mainly like a denier to me, honestly. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. Alright, so stats, you got 12,768 speed at level 150, 22,880 at level 150, and then 311,236 at with life. That's insane. So take a look at this. I'm gonna go ahead and compare this with one of the recent corrupted monsters. Okay, take a look at this. For Dream, the Super Dream, which is a Metropolitan monster, you got 12,768 speed at level 150. For Gobslayer, 11,072. You see that difference right there? That's insane. 22,880 power for Super Dream at level 150. For Gobslayer, 20,800. And we know that Gobslayer is literally the most powerful monster in the game right now for corrupted monster. It's tied with Lord Nebutos, but they're both like all the way up there because of their power stat. Like they're both super powerful. They're tied, right? Take a look at the life. 243,578. Sorry, 76. Super Dreams, 311,236 life. So the thing is, Super Dream is just a denier here, right? It stuns enemies, applies stun, yeah, once again with Gravel on the head. You have daze. You have another daze skill and blind. And he has 311,000 life. Over 311,000. And he's not even a tank. Now imagine tanks. If they come up with a mega taunt, Metropolitan mega taunt, or just a tank in general, right? With like a taunt, they'll have to see their life because it's gonna be insane. This is not good. Here's the thing, this is not good in my opinion. Because corrupted monsters, like everybody that invested in corrupted monsters, Cosmics, let's just not forget Cosmics too, because Cosmics, some of them are still usable up to this day. And let's just ignore the original Mythics, they're not as usable anymore. But like the Cosmics and corrupted, their stats, it's like nothing compared to the Metropolitan. And this is one of them, by the way. We're gonna have to wait till we see the other ones. So just imagine everybody that basically invested in this game, including me, of course. And many other top players, they're definitely going to quit for sure, unless they want to continue playing. I'm gonna continue playing, of course, but it's just that I feel bad for everybody, you know? Like, I get that it's marketing, but it's just not good for all the players that invested a lot of money in this game. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the books and traits. So books, you have what? Adventures, and also superheroes. Okay, for superheroes, I actually am lacking on the superheroes. I might pick him up. I'll have to see what rank I could get him to. We'll have to see what he's going to be available in as well. If it's a maze monster, it's going to be like a rank 0 for me, because maze monsters in general are just, they're super expensive, and we can't even use Ludum to rank them up. So it's going to be the new resource Nebula. We'll have to wait for that, see how that works out. Anyways, take a look at the traits. You've got immune to possession at rank 0. So immune to possession, that's not that good, honestly. It is actually just himself as well, not to all allies. So that immune to possession, it could come in handy in some cases, but it's just better to have immune to control rather than immune to possession. Then you have immune to poison at rank 1. Not a good trait to have. Rank 3, immune to stun, and that is a self-stun immunity. Not good. Okay, so trait-wise, I don't really like it. I feel like it could have been better. But yeah, anyways, so we covered the books, we covered the traits and the stats with the skills. Let's go ahead and get into the relics. So for relics, you have a mask and banner. Okay, you know what? That's not that bad. And I see why they did that. Mask and banner. Alright, so anyways, mask. You can give in, for example, Talony's mask, Eeltron's mask, Dream's mask himself. Okay, that's if they let you give in obsidians, which they should. You should be able to give in obsidians to this monster. But yeah, you can give in Dream's mask. You can go in with Talony's mask, Eeltron's mask, Jazzy's mask as well. For banner, there are a couple that you can go with. For example, Talika's banner, there's Zarma's banner, there's Mr. Beast's banner, and so on. So those are a couple of banners and masks that you can give once you obtain this mythic. Element is nature, of course, so it's a nature denier. Anyways, let's take a look at some of these skills that weren't mentioned up here. Basic attacks. Screaming, but ... It's a moderate nature damage to one enemy, applies blind to one enemy. It is not a spammable skill. Well, it kind of is. You just need the 24 stamina, of course, but it is a 0 cooldown, so you're fine against cooldown activation monsters. X-ray doesn't work. Deals low nature damage to all enemies, applies blind to all enemies. That's a 50% blind to all enemies while you're dealing some damage. 30 stamina cost, but it is 0 cooldown, so kind of spammable as long as you have the 30 stamina, which you should be able to. You can recover it with either a mask or, for example, a banner. Alright, then you have Bucket of Lava, which is a moderate nature damage to one enemy, applies stun to one enemy, requires cooldown. That's a 1-turn cooldown, nature element, and 36 stamina cost. Pufferfish in the water deals moderate nature damage to all enemies, applies poison to all enemies, requires cooldown. So AoE poison, I see. So it's a 1-turn cooldown with 36 stamina costs yet once again. The other ones were mentioned up there. Honestly, I'm not really impressed with the skills. I feel like it could have been better. The ultimate, it's 3 babies versus villain. Removes positive status effects from all enemies, applies mega stun, total blind, and poison to all enemies. That ultimate's actually really good. I really like the ultimate, but skill-wise, it could have been better in my opinion. Stats are off the roof, I've gotta say. But yeah, level 100, here are the stats at level 100. You get about 110,989 life. That's without any runes. Power, 9,680. Just that, 9,680. And then speed is 7,392. Oh man, alright. Wow. Alright. Anyways, so Super Dream is a nature controller with stun and blind skills. He has an evolving trait. At rank 0, he's immune to possession. At rank 1, he becomes immune to poison. And at rank 3, he'll gain immunity to stun at the start of the battle. So before I give you guys my opinion on what I think about this monster overall, and whether you should go for him or not, here's the thing. Let's go on and cover the runes first of all. For the runes, I recommend giving in 3 speed. You can also do 2 speed and 1 team speed, or 2 team speed and 1 speed. Alright, once you obtain them. You can even do triple team speed if you want to. It just depends on the play and the team that you have. But anyways, here's what I think. Stat wise, it's off the chart. Okay, pretty good stats. Traits are terrible. Could have been better. I like the relics. The books, I don't like the superheroes. That's because I'm lacking on superhero role in Team Wars, you know, when that's one of the restrictions. And it is a nature mythic monster, so yeah. But skill wise, I feel like skills could have been better, but you're just gonna have to deal with what you have here. Like for example, fake discs, that could have been a total blind to all enemies instead of that 75% blind, you know, because the enemy still has that 50% accuracy, and who knows, they could end up hitting you. But for the most part, you should be able to land that, and the enemy will most likely miss their shots. Okay, so it kind of works as a total blind. But I like the fact that he has that AoE stun. You can make some plays with that. But anyways, I like the stats once again. I like the relic slots, and that's about it, honestly. The design looks like a Hulk to me. It kind of looks like a Hulk with 4 hands. Anyways, guys, so let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about Super Dream and whether you guys will be ranking him up or not. I personally won't be ranking it up. I'll get it for my collections, of course. Since it's one of the first Metropolitan monsters, it'll be nice because look at the stats. I mean, compared to other Croton monsters, it's insane, right? But anyways, thank you all so much for watching today's Monster Analysis video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel with notifications on, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.